When the lights on the set of Outlander dimmed after each scene, Sam Heughan didn't go home to rest like everyone else. He came home to a different dream. A dream rich with oak, the scent of his Scottish homeland, and the memories of a character who would change his life forever, Jamie Fraser. From the wild Highlands where Jamie calls Clare Sassenach, a whisper that is both loving and defiant, Sam drew inspiration to create Sassenach Spirits, a whiskey brand that captures the spirit of the hills, the streams, and the nostalgia of a love that transcends time. He didn't just put a label on a bottle. He put the soul of a Scotsman, one who grew up surrounded by legend snow and evenings around the fire where a glass of whiskey was a symbol of pride, hospitality, and togetherness. When Sassenach Original was launched, it not only excited Outlander fans, but also made the most demanding experts in the wine industry nod their heads. With its delicate blend of sweet floral flavors and oak barrel-aged depth, the bottle quickly achieved great success. The San Francisco World Spirits Competition, one of the most prestigious awards in the world, awarded Sassenach the prestigious gold medal. Not because of Sam Heughan's name, but because of the quality that truly lingers in every drop of wine. But for Sam, what makes him proud is not the awards or the sales. It is the image of fans from New York to Tokyo, raising a glass of Sassenach in memorable moments, weddings, birthdays, or a peaceful evening after a long, tiring day. He has created not just a product, but a delicate connection between people through taste, emotion, and memory. When Sam Heughan first read the first pages of Outlander, he had no idea that his name would be associated with the strange word Sassenach. The word, which sounds like a tease at first, carries an indescribable charm, especially when uttered in the deep voice of a Highland warrior like Jamie Fraser. But few people know that years after the show catapulted him to global fame, Sassenach would change Sam's life again. This time as a whiskey founder, from Scottish mist to distilling dream. Sam Heughan was born in the countryside of Dumfries and Galloway, a place without flashy lights, but with the smell of damp grass in the mornings, the sound of streams babbling over rocky shores, and misty autumn afternoons blanketing the valleys. Their whiskey is not a luxury, it is part of the identity. He once said in an interview, "Whiskey is to the Scots what tea is to the English. It's at weddings, funerals, birthdays, and lonely nights. It's the flavor of memories." So when his acting career was at its peak, instead of rushing into Hollywood, Sam chose a more daring path, becoming an entrepreneur, and specifically founding a whiskey brand with a personal identity, naming the spirit, the Sassenach. The name Sassenach didn't come from the marketing department. It came from memory. From a passionate call Jamie whispered to Claire in the dark amid war grief and endless love, Sam shared that he wanted to create a whiskey that tells a story, not just a good drink, but an experience. When you open the bottle, you should hear the wind across the Highlands, feel the ice from the Spey, and remember someone who touched you. And so the first whiskey was born, the Sassenach Original, a blended Scotch whiskey aged in oak casks with notes of vanilla honey ripe fruit and a hint of charred wood. Not just a name, but a fire. Sam didn't just stick his face on a box. He actually entered the complex world of whiskey making. He visited traditional distilleries, tasted hundreds of spirits, learned about cask maturation, formulated blends, tested every batch of samples, and was often rejected. I was laughed at. An actor making whiskey. They thought I was just trying to do a publicity stunt, but it was the low expectations of others that motivated him to prove he was serious. Glory doesn't come from flash. It comes from quality. Just a few months after its launch, Sassenach Spirits was getting the attention of true connoisseurs. But the real milestone came when the San Francisco World Spirits Competition, considered the Oscars of the spirits industry, awarded Sassenach a gold medal. Sam didn't say much when he accepted the award, posting a short message. Scotland in every drop. Thank you for believing, and if you're drinking, it cheers Sassenach, a community bound by taste and love. People began sharing pictures of their Sassenach on social media. A girl in Tokyo opening a bottle on graduation day. A couple in Brazil toasting at a wedding. An old man in New York sitting by the window, watching the snow fall and remembering his late wife. Sam would silently like those posts. For him, that was the greatest reward, knowing that an idea born of love, for his profession, for his hometown, for his role, could touch millions of strangers' hearts. From whiskey to heritage, Sam didn't stop at one type of whiskey. He's expanding his product line, looking to produce single malts gins, and even collaborating with artisans to create handcrafted Scottish liquor accessories. He's also not forgetting his community mission. A portion of Sassenach's proceeds go to My Peak Challenge, an organization he founded to support mental health charity and positive living for his global fans. The last word. A dream brewed. Like whiskey, Sam once said, acting gives me the chance to live my dreams. But with Sassenach, I create a dream that others can taste. And indeed, from the misty hills of Scotland to the Hollywood spotlight, from fictional character to real brand, Sam Heughan has done what few people can star in his own story. No director, no script, with just a proud heart and a whiskey called Sassenach. Some dreams don't come from the spotlight or the praise. They begin quietly, like a drop of dew in the Highlands, like the lingering smell of wood smoke on your palms after a night by the campfire. Sam Heughan didn't just build a brand. He built a reminder that you can step out of the role the world loves and become the most authentic version of yourself. He wasn't born in a winery, nor did he study business at Harvard. But he has the love of his hometown, the belief in his story, and the tenacity of Jamie Fraser himself, who never gave up. If you're carrying around an idea that's been called too silly, too dreamy, or too unlikely, remember Sassenach. It was once just a fancy word, a fictional character, a movie memory. But with the right heart and the right action, it has become an international brand, a drink that unites millions and a witness to a dream that has been brewed with resilience. Sam Heughan did not wait for the right moment. He created that moment himself. With each steady step through the fog, and with each drop of wine that tells a story that no one else can copy. So, if you have a dream in your heart, don't be afraid if it's not yet formed. Let it ferment quietly. Like a precious cask of whiskey, sometimes the best things take time to become perfect. Cheers, dreamers. And remember, Scotland is not just about whiskey. Scotland has dreamers who dare to turn taste into legacy.